In today's video, we'll be discussing 5 ways to grow your book of business in 2021. I'm Benjamin Kowalski with Freight 360, where we provide the latest transportation sales tips and training videos to help you reach your goals faster. If you're new here, make sure you go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and all of the details will be found in the description box below. For more free content, please be sure to add our weekly podcast, Freight 360, to your playlist. Let's jump into it. Whether you're a freight broker, a sales manager, or a business owner, if you're not growing, you're definitely not hitting your goals. Whether your goals are professional or personal, nobody wants to stay stagnant. And in transportation, it's inevitable that at some point, you're going to lose a customer. Things happen. Trucks break down. Customers are acquired by other companies. And as businesses grow and change, so do their needs and their partners. That's just part of the industry. So let's talk about the first ways to increase your book of business this year. Growing your existing customers. Working through your existing customers is usually an untapped source of new business. And this is typically the result of being comfortable and complacent. Sure, we've worked with some of these folks for years. We may even know their families, their hobbies, their personal interests. But let me ask you this. How often do you ask them about how much they've grown over the past year? Or asked if they've added any new lanes or new customers recently? You would be astounded at the number of brokers that haven't dug into their existing customers' volumes. We tend to assume that Sherry at ABC Supply would have told us about new lanes, right? I mean, why wouldn't she? We talk almost daily. Well, because you're not likely to be our only broker, and also because you've likely never asked. It's a great idea to have periodic reviews and strategy calls to review your customers' existing and forecasted needs, and to be on top of any upcoming projects or increased volumes that you might be able to assist with. Next, gaining new customers. And this one may sound obvious. And again, you would be shocked at the number of brokers that are resting on past successes. They're making enough money to meet their monthly obligations, so why deal with the unwanted rejection? Because, as we mentioned earlier, all of your customers will not be with you indefinitely. And if you want to last in this business, you need consistent daily and weekly prospecting activity. Using customer referrals, BOL prospecting, Google Alerts are great ways to keep adding new prospects to your pipeline. And don't forget to follow up either. Most sales reps give up on follow-ups after just 1 or 2 attempts. But most businesses isn't closed until over 10 follow-up attempts. Be the broker that is consistent and follows up. You will stay at the top of your prospect's mind. And remember, luck is when preparation and execution meet opportunity. Create some of your own luck today. Groom your carrier network. Having a strong carrier network is just as important to a freight broker as having good customers. Your carriers are the key to ensuring your customer shipments are moved on time and without hassle. And once you have good, reliable carriers, you should try to increase their utilization as much as possible. That means using them as much as possible rather than finding a transactional carrier for each shipment. Increased use of carriers builds trust and reliability amongst all of the parties in the supply chain. Get to know their fleet capabilities and the backhaul lanes that they often run. Understanding their backhauls can help you in prospecting new customers, since you truly have capacity within your existing carrier base. Next, invest in tools and technology. Having the right tools to do the job is a must in this industry. Whether it's a rating tool, a TMS, a load board, or a CRM, you need to be organized and efficient. I'm a huge fan of online CRMs, customer relationship management systems, such as HubSpot. There's a free version. Being able to track your conversations with prospects and to set follow-up reminders makes your job that much easier. Load postings and rating tools are also a must-have. They'll save you tremendous amounts of time finding capacity, new trucks, and understanding the current rates. Our partners at DAT have great products, and when it comes to posting and analytics, if you're not using DAT, you need to be. You can even get a free month of DAT Power or DAT Express using one of the links in the description box below. And that brings us to our next tip. Hire help when you're ready. As you grow, you will hit a point where you don't have the time and bandwidth to add any more business. And once you've got consistent business and revenue and you're not able to keep up with everything, well, now it's time to start looking at your first hire. We recommend hiring operations or admin help first. This allows you to focus on selling and managing. Because remember, no matter who you hire or how qualified they are, they will never care as much as the business owner does. So keep the income driving activities to yourself for now. If you run your own brokerage, the back office task of billing is a huge task that can show freight brokers down and chew up their time. Hiring help in this area is a smart move when you're ready. But the cost of your hires should be made up by any additional business that you bring on. And if your new hire doesn't result in you making enough money to pay them and then some left over for yourself and your business, you're probably not ready to hire yet. If you don't know if you're ready or not, or maybe you're on the fence, check out our friends at Lean Staffing. They offer contract-based staffing solution for brokerages with a nearshore model that saves you money and headaches. The links are in the description box below. And finally, our bonus tip. How many of you have looked at your carriers as a source of business? Really? They're the ones that are your boots on the ground. They're at the loading docks, shaking hands and meeting face to face with the shipping managers, the ones you're trying to prospect. And they typically have insight into which ones are having capacity shortages and other needs that you're set up to solve. Unfortunately though, many brokers view them as transactional and disposable. Don't make this same mistake. Establish good relationships with your drivers. Possibly create an incentive plan for them where you compensate them for referring you more opportunities. For more on all of these topics, check out our recent podcast on this. And remember, whether you believe you can or believe you can't, you're right.